Welcome back to another video. So I had around about 100 views on the previous video from last week, which is not too bad, to be honest. I think when it ranks on the scale, obviously I want more views than 100, but when it ranks on the scale of my videos, at recent times it's ranked like number 3. So I want to keep this going now. I want to try and do at least, I've set myself a limit, at least one video per week for YouTube, which is more than doable, but it's not enough to, like, I don't know, it's not a lot of work to really just to make one video a week, right? So set myself small goals first, and then I can transition to bigger goals after that. Maybe do 2 a week or 3 a week. But we'll start small first, just 1 a week. So it's Saturday today, leaving it to the end of the week to make the video. So I'm just going to take you through quite simple day in the life, full day of eating on a rest day for myself. That's what today is. So I trained 3 days in a row. I did legs push pull. So pretty beaten up from that, fatigued, body's sore. Even the legs are still sore a bit, to be honest. So plan of action is going to be rest today, but that's why I'm doing cardio now. So I'm going to do 30 minutes cardio, just woken up, had 1 coffee, and then yeah, tomorrow we're maybe going to hit legs again, but because I want to really bring my legs out now. I want to make that the new focus going forward, as after my previous competition prep, I kind of made the main focus, not that I plan to do this, I want to bring up areas everywhere, but definitely I would say I put more emphasis on the upper body. Definitely like the chest, shoulders and the back was a huge focus, and I have seen improvements, to be honest, from that, but I feel like it's now time to focus on the legs a little bit more. So I'm going to do more frequent sessions on the legs training. So yeah, I'll take you through a full day of eating today as well. Currently on a mini cut. I have been for the last 2 weeks. However, I haven't really been that strict with it. I think I'm down around about 2 pounds, but my goal was to lose 7 pounds over 4 weeks. So we kind of need to speed that rate of loss up a little bit. Yeah, that's it for now. Gonna do this cardio, maybe finish with some ab training after, and then yeah, I'm trying to keep my steps high every day. So this week I've definitely been good with the steps, doing like at least 10k. I've had a few days like 12k, 11k's, which is good. Probably going to do that again today. And yeah, 2 cardio sessions per week now. I used to do 1 cardio session in my off season, 30 minutes. Now I'm planning on doing at least 2. So this is currently the second 30-minute cardio session for the week. Can't complain about the views, guys. So I'm gonna get some sun now after cardio, and I'll give you a little bit of an update of this mini cut. So yeah, this mini cut is going well, even though the rate of loss is pretty slow, but I'm feeling good. Body composition is in a good place. Training is good. I'm not craving foods really. Yeah, everything's just feeling good, and I feel like currently at this body weight, so I'm around about 175 pounds, right? And I feel like this is the sweet spot for myself, where I'm just I'm operating on the best level possible on all areas, you know, recovery, training, energy, mindset stuff. And yeah, like I've done the push-ups, the big push-ups in the past. Like I went up to 205, and it does have its place to do that depending on the individual, but I feel like what works a couple of years ago doesn't work right now, right? Like you have to adapt, you have to change. And personally for myself, I'm 31 years of age now, like this is where I found like I operate at the best level, and also I made the most progress at this bodyweight in previous preps that I've done. So like when I look back to my bodybuilding career, when I pushed up to 205 and I had to do that long diet for 6 months all the way back down, I didn't make that much progress, if any. Whereas when I've gone like in between shows, so like when I've done multiple competition preps where I competed 1 year, finished the competition at Worlds in like November, then I had like a short sort of off season, let's say. It's not a proper off season, what you typically would call that, but let's say I pushed up 20 pounds above stage weight to around about the weight that I'm at now, and then I hold it there for a little bit until I was ready to go back into a prep for the next show the previous year. That's when I've made the most progress, right? So success leaves clues. That's what I should do more often, right? Not that I've got any shows planned for this year, but still, if I want to make the most progress, I need to be knocking around this sort of body weight, right? Because you don't want to be dieting, guys, for 6 months, right? I see a lot of coaches nowadays, they do what's called a pre-prep diet. Listen, you don't want to do a pre-prep diet and then go into another diet if you can help it, right? The best thing to do would just be have your body in a good place, don't get too sloppy in an off season, and then you just go into one diet. Like what do you think is going to present a better look on stage? The guy who's doing a pre-prep diet and then into another diet is basically doing a long diet. Whether you want to label it a certain thing, you're basically just dieting for longer and then having a small break in the middle. Or if you just went for a one dieting phase, right, your body is going to be so much more fresher then. You're not going to have to diet for as long, you're not have to pull off as much body fat. And also, like when we talk about health aspect, yeah, like you don't want your blood work to be bad, you don't want your cholesterol to be high, right? And definitely pushing your body weight up to then extreme high levels is gonna be a negative in regarding that. And your training and recovery will suffer as well. Like getting up off the sofa, you know, I was out of breath when I was 205 pounds, you know. Now at this body weight, I'm relatively fit. I mean, I just did cardio then, and it was easy for me, you know, and I actually feel good when I'm doing it. I feel like I get sweat on and it's a nice change. Whereas like when you're high body fat and you're doing cardio every day just to dig off like a big deficit every single day of the week, so much fatigue on your body, you're just not going to present that best look. So yeah, that's my advice, but like I said, it's going to be individualized to the person. If you're like 21, 22 years of age, you probably need to just bulk all the time because your body's metabolism is fast and you need to maximize on that, right? But for me at my age now, I definitely find a more conservative approach is the best for myself. So yeah, the sun's just coming through now, just gonna spend an hour. So I like to do like at least an hour in the sun at the moment just to get a tan. And yeah, this, believe it or not, I don't want to disclose too much information about my personal life, but this place that I'm in right now might actually be, well, could potentially be the last day today. I'm potentially moving out today and looking for a new place. More on the reason why I wanted to start the day off right and get my mind right, do some cardio. I feel better now, get some sun, and then get the meals in today, focusing on good food. Just feel like that sets the president of your day and potentially even your life, guys. So make sure you've started positively, and the momentum will continue then throughout. So yeah, just gonna get that sun in now, and then we'll head for the first meal of the day afterwards. Guys, it is hot in Dubai right now. Temperature's definitely gone back up, 40 degrees today. And the reason I know that the temperatures are up is because sitting down, laying in the sun and listening to a podcast on my phone, and the phone switched off. And also my watch switched off, which has never happened to me before. My Apple Watch switched off as well because of the heat. So it's difficult. I set myself 1 hour, so we got like 4 minutes left. Sticking to that 1 hour, and then we're gonna head for the first meal of the day. Listening to Natty News Daily podcast.
But you take a look at certain guys,
and I'm just about to make first meal of the day. So look how red my face is after being out in that sun. That was legit hot outside. Normally I'll stay out for an hour and it'd be easy, but that was not easy at all. I was struggling after about 20 minutes. So, let me turn that off. So yeah, luckily enough, I'm taking a day off work today. So yeah, I've got no clients, which is good because if I am moving out, I need the time to be able to plan all that and pack all my stuff and everything. So yeah, the plan is now have some food, and then I've got a couple of viewings to look at places now throughout today, and hopefully we find a place and then get moving into that.
Up here don't have the transverse abdomen malleability to pull it back toward their rib cage. I think it's a great pose, and I think in terms of their segments to really give their waist a much smaller look and their chest a much.
So guys, new place, same meals. You got 3 whole eggs, well, increased the whole eggs, but 60 gram of oats, dark chocolate, some frozen berries. But we went for different berries. So, if you would have watched the beginning of this clip, you would have seen that I was talking about needing to move out. That was on Sunday. It's now Friday. So it's been a good amount of time since then. I checked in this new place on the Sunday. However, I've just been kind of processing everything and getting comfortable here, and now I'm making the rest of this video, which you're gonna see today. So yeah, let me give you a quick tour anyway first. So what we have here is the bed. Sorry about the mess, yeah, my clothes have been washing, so yeah, not as good views as where I used to live. However, we're still in Marina, right? So it's not too bad. That's JLT over there, and then we've got Marina side over there. So it'd be nice to have a balcony, but beggars can be choosers. So that's what we've gone with. Yeah, a little bit of a seating area there. Got a TV, put the YouTube on. And we've got the kitchen. The kitchen's not the best, to be honest, but it's all we need. So we've got the supplements here. I just picked up this new C4 supplement as I've been buying. Yeah, I've been buying the energy drinks like pretty much every day for like a couple of months, and yeah, one, it's expensive, and two, I don't think it's that great for you to have all like, I don't know, when you have a fizzy drink like that when you're training, it's a lot, like 500 mils. So that's going to be better, I think. And we've got the rest of the supplements here. I need to get through a lot of this stuff. We've got some BCAAs, breakthrough sets, pump pre-workout, carbohydrates, not using that too much at the moment when I'm dieting. We've got whey proteins, creatine, L-glutamine. We've got ashwagandha there. Oh, let me show you actually what. So I've started taking, when I moved into this place actually, I started taking test boosters again. Don't ask me why. I had some left over, so started taking them, and I actually ordered some new then, because I thought I'm gonna blast them now while I'm doing this little bit of a dieting phase, and I'm just gonna load up like high dosage, and then pull it out after like a couple of weeks or a month. So I'm taking Tonga Ali. I'm taking 1,600 meg per day. And then I'm also taking Fedoja Agressis, so I ended up taking 2 tablets, so I've gone for 1,200 meg per day. Do I notice a difference? I'm not sure, but as I always say to my clients, it's just an insurance policy. When you're natural, you don't have a lot of things to like kind of help you, apart from training, sleep and food. And then supplements, right? So that's just my reason for taking supplements. So yeah, we got these. By the way, guys, these Prozis bars, my girlfriend's sister had these, I think, and she brought them back from the UK. This is the worst tasting protein bar that I've ever tasted. It's literally like, I don't like throwing away free food, but this thing tastes horrible. And I've literally got a full pack because she didn't want them, so I've got 10 bars in there. I'm probably just going to give them away to somebody, maybe one of my clients or something, because yeah, I personally just can't stand it. Whatever company made that, I'm like, what were you thinking? Like, how can you go wrong with a protein bar? Like, anyway, so yeah, the rest of the kitchen we've got. I did find a cockroach the other day. I put some food in here and I found a cockroach on top, which freaked me out. I'm not the best around bugs and stuff, so I'm just trying not to see if it's a cockroach now. Yeah, so I'm just keeping like packaged stuff like beans, and yeah, so there's no cockroaches can get inside, but I'm always careful when I'm pulling stuff out of there, because I think it's going to be a cockroach there somewhere, which is not the best, guys. We got the non-stick spread, some foil, microwave. I've not used the oven yet. That's the problem. I need to purchase an air fryer, but I'm gonna try the oven out, but it doesn't look, let me show you, it doesn't look the best. Like, I don't even know if this works. Do I have to set it on like a light down there? I don't know, which is bad because I am actually a plumber by trade, guys. That's what I did for the first 8 years of my life, of my working life, and you can see why I don't do that anymore, because I wasn't the best plumber. That's why we're doing what we're doing now. So yeah, fridge is looking pretty raw, but we've got, so this is what I've basically been eating since I moved out, which is what I used to eat now and again back in the back when I was at my old place, but it was only as like when I wasn't prepping meals. I don't find the quality of this chicken is as good as when I cook the proper stuff. However, it's pre-cooked, ready to go, and it's relatively cheap actually. £3 per meal this works out. So yeah, we got the eggs, we've got the Diet 7-Ups, which is also looking bare. I need to get some more. We got the Monster. I'm actually going to have this today, I think. We got the dark chocolate then in here, 2 Lindt Jack chocolates, and then we got the frozen berry mix. I actually bought this new different type of mix, not the one I'm normally having, and I don't like this one, to be fair, so I'm just trying to go through it as quick as possible. So we got the chicken ready to make, and then also I picked up like this mixed vegetable mix, because I was like, oh, I need to get some vegetables, I'm dieting now, and it's just sitting there and I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat vegetables. I don't know if anyone else is like that. I hate vegetables, but we need them for health, fibre, good micronutrients and so on. So we'll be making that. Then we got the coffee here, and then the decaf there, some toaster, lean green, what's that, like grilling machine stuff. Yeah, and then let me show you the bathroom. So that's pretty much it, guys. The bathroom's not too bad, to be fair. Sorry about the mess, just had a shower before. Yeah, the bathroom's pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. Probably the best part about this place. But yeah, if you're wondering how much the cost of something like this in Dubai, obviously the location is pretty prime, like in Marina. Can't fault the location, to be fair. The actual building, I gotta say this quiet, the actual building is not the best. The quality of it was opened in 2006, I think. This building was built, but it's like old and grimy, and like, I should show you the gym. Let me try and get some footage of the gym, because it's yeah, it's pretty bad. And they got like a little pool area, but that also looks bad. And there is a steam room and a sauna, believe it or not, but I don't even know if anyone uses it, because it looks terrible. Probably get some illness if you go in there, but that's a shame, because I might try it out one day, because I do like going in the sauna from time to time. Anyway, yeah, my food's gonna be cold now, but see what I'm doing for you guys on YouTube. I don't feel that hungry this morning anyway. It's what's crazy is my morning weight today is I'm 171.9 pounds. Sorry, my brain's not working. Yeah, 171.9 pounds this morning, which is crazy because I started this mini cut at 177. I'll put it on the screen, actually, overlay yeah, my readings, my data. I had a bit of a slow start, but yeah, it's seemed to have picked up, and I don't even feel like I'm dieting, which is just mental. It's like so easy for me to do dieting phases now, because I'm used to it. I've done it so often. I competed the last 2 years in a row. I had 2 years off season before that, and then I had another season when I competed. It's just like I've learned, like I'm fully equipped now of like doing things the most efficient way possible, and that's why I like to help with my clients as well. Like, I've been there and done it. I've done it the hard way and I've done it the good way. So that's the good thing about myself. I'm experienced. You can't buy experience, guys. Like, well, you can if you hire me as your coach. But yeah, that's what you're gonna get from getting a coach on board. I think that's professional, and I've been there and done it, because they're just gonna fast track your knowledge, which is really important, because it saves you time then, right? Like, saves you making the mistakes that I have made before. So yeah, enough rambling. I've moved into this new place. This is £1,200, guys. This is how much this costs for 1 month on Airbnb. Yeah, it's not too cheap, but it's also not too expensive. It's like standard price, I guess. So let me know what you think in the comment section, like, for this place in Dubai, like in Dubai Marina, for 1 month, like no bills. Like, it's not bad. So I don't know what happened then. I think my camera's died. But yeah, as you would have seen in the last video, I don't really talk about my relationship or anything online. I've not done that before, but I just figured that, I guess most people are gonna be relatable to myself, right? Like, everyone goes through struggles with relationships and moving out and stuff. So yeah, that's why I was talking about it. I won't go into too much detail, but yeah, basically still together. We needed a bit of a break, right? So that's why I kind of moved out, to give us the break that we kind of needed. So moved into this place for a month, and yeah, we're just gonna see how things go. But I'm also planning other stuff myself, which I'm not gonna go into details here, but potentially we might be prepping for shows, we might not be, but I'm definitely putting myself in a good position to be able to make that decision if needed. So I'm enjoying this little bit of a dieting phase. It's going great, and yeah, just gonna focus on my work now for the next couple of weeks, my business, and also my training and physique development, as I always do. And that's one thing that I've realized, guys, over the years now with clients. Like, a lot of clients, they think that they could train for a month and they're going to be good, they're going to get the results, they're going to build the muscle. It's just not how it works, guys. Like, when you see a good physique in the gym, whether they're on steroids or even not on steroids, right? Whoever's in shape that you see, they got a good physique, they have all one thing in common. You can look at the diet, you can look at supplements, you can look at this, you can try and find the quick fix and all the rest of it. The one thing that they got in common is they are consistent. Yes, guys, like you have to be consistent. That's how I've managed to build my physique. It's just I'm like there's nobody out there more consistent than me. Like I've been training non-stop for like 15 years now. You know, the only time I've took time off is when I've been like had COVID and I had to quarantine, or been sick or been on holiday and just did like less sessions. But I still trained. I still do three sessions a week or whatever, you know. And yeah, it just comes down to consistency, guys. And then how you level up from there. When I'm talking about consistency, then I'm talking about consistency of training, just turning up to the gym. Like a lot of my clients, they cancel sessions and then they wonder why they're not getting progress results. They don't follow the nutrition side of things, right? Like you need to be consistent in the food aspect as well, and then you need to be consistent with the rest and recovery. Some of my clients, they train too much, you know. Some clients don't train enough. You need to find that balance. You need to find the right amount based on your programming. You need to rest properly, adequately. You know, you need to get around 8 hours sleep every night, if possible. Maybe 7, but not 5. You know, 5 or 6. It's not enough. And your food needs to be consistent. And if you tick all them boxes, that's where you're going to make the most progress. But I had a rest day yesterday, so today we're in the gym for push, and I'll take you through that session. Right, just changed the quality of the video, so I want to actually test out to see the difference. So I'll film the rest of this video on the higher quality setting, and we can see what looks better then. Okay guys, welcome to today's voiceover of this push workout. So we started off here with the decline plate machine press. I like to get the decline on just a slight decline as it's safer for the shoulders, and I just find the connections better. You don't need that too steep or too high. And started off with one plate. Had a really good connection in the chest. Just mindful not to have any shoulders taking over, any pain in the shoulder joint. So we kept the weight relatively light. And that's the thing, guys, you got to be careful when you're adding load on certain exercises. If the connection feels really good and you're pushing your muscle to fatigue, then great, right? That's the right weight for yourself based on the target rep range that you're trying to hit. If it's feeling too light, or your joints are going to take over and you're going to feel pain in your joints, then it's probably too heavy for you. You can progress a movement in many different ways. It's not all about increasing the weight. And the other thing I want to say is about exercise selection, guys. Make sure you mix up the exercise selection. Don't always start with the same exercise, because you're going to neglect certain exercises then, right? Or you're always going to be fresh on certain movements and less fresh on others. So it's nice to mix it up. Next exercise, we're going with the incline barbell bench. So I've got a bit of a problem with my right shoulder. Well, I don't even know if it is my right shoulder. It could be my right scapula. Anyway, somewhere on that right side. So whenever I do pressing movements and pulling movements, I gotta really be careful, as my shoulder on the right side is always out of alignment. So what I like to do on this movement is really just pause that bar, rest it slightly on my chest. I'm not offloading the weight completely, but I'm just allowing that pressure to drop off slightly, and then I'm just pressing straight up, making sure that my elbows are slightly forward, not too far back. And it just allows you to push out with the targeted muscle groups that you're trying to target, guys, rather than your joints taking over again. So here we want that incline pec, but I mean, pretty much most of your pec is going to get worked here. So as you can see, I'm just checking out the weight, focusing on that control on the way down, making sure my shoulders in alignment, and I'm pressing evenly on both sides. And the weight's not that crazy, but it's feeling heavy, guys. And that, again, like I said, if the weight is heavy and you're hitting close to failure on the muscle, then it's good enough weight. I couldn't care what people say, whether I'm lifting heavy or not. Never been interested in that. My biggest thing is building muscle and building muscle and not getting injured, right? And that's what we're trying to do here. A little bit of a mid session flex here. So this movement here I've been doing for around about a month or so now, maybe 2 months. Very good movement. It's just basically like it's kind of like an exercise you could do for a warm up. Just making sure that we're driving blood into the muscle. I don't go too heavy on this. It's not like your typical cable flies. Um, we're just trying to just focus on driving blood into all areas of the pec. And yeah, keep it light, high reps, constant tension. It's just a great activator, guys, to make sure that all muscle fibers are firing. Because for myself, chest has been maybe a lagging body part. My arms are well developed, so maybe they used to take over on the movement. But recently, the last 6 months or so, even a year, I've really leveled up my chest development training, and I'm definitely seeing the progress. So long may it continue. And the next exercise is going to be barbell flat bench. So similar to the incline bench here, we're just going to rest slightly on the chest, not dropping off tension. I'm trying to really keep my elbows forward on this, not keep them too high, and just move and drive out with that chest, guys, every single rep. You got to think, like, if you're driving out fast at the bottom part of movements, most of the time your body's just gonna, that's the stretch part, right, where it's the most difficult, the most tension is on the body. So your body's going to incorporate other muscle groups if you drive out quickly, right? It's going to incorporate the shoulders or maybe the triceps. And we don't want that. We want maximum tension on the target muscle group, which is the pecs and the pecs only. So that pause at the bottom really allows you to focus on, yeah, just hitting that movement. And you want to elevate your chest a little bit, but not too much. You don't want to create too much of an arch there, guys. So next we're going with the machine pec fly. Make sure that your the machine is in line properly with your body here. So you don't want to be the seat too high, you don't want it to be too low. And yeah, we're just keeping that chest elevated. One thing that I found the best tip on this exercise, guys, is don't go too heavy. It's a common theme here, but don't try and force the weight. The minute you try and force the weight, you'll end up just bringing them shoulders forward and driving with the delts instead of the chest. The key on this one is you really need to relax. Just let the pecs do the work. Don't force it. Keep your grip even loose if that helps you. Like, I'm not really tensing with my grip because then your forearms are just going to work and you're just going to get them shoulders to take over. Nice and relaxed, just focusing on that contraction, the peak contraction in the middle there, slight pause, squeeze this pecs, and then slowly release out and control that weight on the release as well. And don't go too far back on the release, guys, it's hurting your shoulders, putting your shoulders under too much stress. Try and shorten it slightly if you need to. And once you find that connection, you just repeat every single rep. And I wouldn't push this set like fully to failure. As you could see there, I probably had a few reps in reserve. It's one of them movements you just don't need to push it extra. So yeah, flexing here. It's not to show off, guys. Like, I'm just seeing what my physique looks like, making sure that my muscle bellies are round and full, and that I've had a good session. I've hit them. This is what I used to do back in the day when I first started training in my home gym. There was no one else around me. I always trained with the top off, and I had a mirror. And in between sets, I would constantly pose and flex, even before I knew what bodybuilding was. And I feel like it's a really good tool, guys, to get in sync with your body, to see what's working, to see what's not working. So yeah, flex in the mirror sometimes. Don't worry about the haters. And then we went with a high incline dumbbell press here. And the same thing applies, guys, on this movement. So slight pause in that stretch. I really do want to get a deep stretch here. We're just trying to focus on bringing them elbows forward slightly where we're not hitting the pecs. So this technically is for the incline, the upper part of your chest, right? But I feel like it just hits a bit of everywhere. It's difficult to isolate and target one part of the pec. I feel like you're going to get a bit of connection on everything, but you definitely need to include at least one decline variation, a couple of fly variations, and then a couple of pressing variations. Keep it simple, guys. No need to do anything fancy. The basics done right is what's going to get you the results. So you've got a side angle here view, And yeah, as you can see, I'm looking quite lean, guys, at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with body composition. Still got around about 2 to 3 pounds to come off as of filming this video. I'm on the last week of the mini cut now. But stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to make more content, and I appreciate everyone that was watching in the last video. And yeah, long may it continue. I want to try and build a community here, guys, and yeah, just give you my honest thoughts about my own training, and maybe you can pick something up and apply it to your own training. And yeah, but I always say to my clients and myself, not everything works for everyone, right? It's about trial and error, trying what works and what doesn't work, and then just resting and repeating over a long period of time. So we finished off with just one bicep movement here. I'm trying to bring my biceps up a little bit now as well. That's another level of focus I'm trying to include at the moment. So I just throw in the odd exercise now and again at the end of certain sessions, and then obviously I'll do like more volume on another session then, where I'll do 2 to 3 or maybe 4 exercises. But yeah, I really like this Jim Lecco single arm preacher curl. It's quite heavy in the stretch, not so much the peak contraction, but yeah, it's really good constant tension. And I think this is the last exercise for today, guys. So just did a client then, and now I'm just gonna do my daily steps, walking up and down here, getting a suntan at the same time. It's really hot in Dubai at the moment, but you get a sweat on, I guess, burning slightly more calories. But yeah, it's going to be time most people are going to start to leave Dubai now, because it is getting really hot, like around 40 degrees temperature. So it's like seasonal Dubai, you know, everyone's here for like maybe 8-9 months of the year, and then for the summer months they all leave and then they come back. But yeah, I'm going to leave the video here, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.